Technical difficulties.
That's okay.
He was feeling good 5 seconds ago.
It was me asking for.
That's got to be what it was.
That's why.
Oh, he's going back to the periscope. That's a good sign. Which camera am I looking at to start? Yep.
So the only thing I'm not sure about, do you have internet access right now?
We do.
Can you just check and see what the date was that Kari Renee Hunt was murdered? I think it was 2013, but I want to make sure I have that right.
Rayhoff?
Kari, K-A-R-I, Renee, R-E-N-E Hunt, murder. I think it was December 2013.
Nope.
No, hold on one second.
December 1st, 2013.
Okay, perfect.
And welcome to the live stream here at Enterprise Connect. If this is your first time joining us, don't be shy. This is our first time airing. We're really excited. We're going to have a collection of industry thought leaders over the course of the next 2 days. And it's just going to be a parade, bam, 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 of the who's who in the industry, covering all the very issues around regulation, around technology, around best practices, around innovation, you name it. It's all happening, and you are part of it. So if you're at the show, this is fantastic. You have the chance to attend all the live sessions, all the keynotes, and at the same time, watch us live on your mobile device. So we encourage you to do that. But if anywhere along the stretch, you actually can't watch us live because, hey, you're paying attention to the person at the front of the room. We get it. We respect that. Just come back to this page at any time, check out our live stream, and if we're not streaming live, then we're actually playing back previous recordings that have taken place. So it's going to be a blast, lots of stuff, behind the scenes information that you don't get a chance to get on stage where it's formal. This is a one-on-one conversation. You're going to love it. It's going to be a great time. Folks, my name is Daryl Prale. I'm your host, and I'm really excited to be here with you. I'm joined by Adam Langlois. He's off scene. He's working all the cameras and all the boards, and together we're a video making machine. We're traveling the show floor at the same time to get sound bites from each and every one of you, and we're going to compile that all together and preview at the start of every day of the show. So if you miss a day, you get to see the highlights of the previous day. And of course, we're always asked, if I miss something, can I see it on demand, on playback? And the answer is absolutely. Just go to the Enterprise Connect website and it will be there within hours of it taking place live. So that's the scoop. Kicking it off today, I'm joined by Martha Beyer. Now, to get that name,
Listening to good questions from consultants who know much more than I do, and technologists who know much more than I do. But it gives me a sense of sort of where we're going, where we are, that sort of thing.
So, folks, that's a big takeaway, all right? Beyond listening to the experts, as Martha says, hit the expo hall and don't be afraid to ask the hard questions. Don't be afraid to say, show me, because they're here to show you. That's why they came to the show. They want a one-on-one with you. But also, you've got all these vendors in one spot, and not only can you research new technology, but you can actually look at how maybe competing vendors offer comparable technologies. So take advantage of that. That's on the lower level of the expo hall. Check it out. Now, you, I understand, Martha, are taking part in a panel on E911 later on this week. Is that right?
That's correct. That's on Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. Check it out. All right. Now, from a legal and a regulatory perspective, what are the big challenges in this space for enterprises today?
So I would say the primary driver behind all of this industry is the fact that employers in the U.S. and certainly in other places, I'm not their lawyer, they have an obligation to provide a safe workplace for their employees, their guests, their vendors, their contractors. And what constitutes a safe place? Well, that's something that any attorney could make a good argument about, but access to 911 services is certainly right at the top of that list. What systems, what practices do you have in place right now to make sure that if somebody has a major event, or there's a robbery, or there's any sort of event, and it's not just a health event, but there's access to public safety.
Now, I guess because part of the question, of course, is there's legal issues and there's regulatory aspects that we need to consider in that aspect.
Well, that's true, but there's no federal law. There are no federal laws covering 911 directly, and what employer obligations are. The way the employer obligations are addressed specifically is in OSHA, which is Department of Labor regulations. So there are no federal requirements. There are some state requirements, and there are some very specific state and municipality requirements. But for most of the country, even the states haven't regulated this issue.
So as you talk to employers who are facing this, are you getting feedback from them on the challenges they're having implementing this?
No, I think what constrains them more than anything else are budgetary restrictions.
Just budget.
We've only got so much money. What are we going to do? Are we going to buy new phones? Or are we going to put in a sophisticated 911 access system that we may, hopefully, will never need? Right? It's a little bit like buying a security system for your house. There's no payback for it. You hope that simply by having it in place, it will deter, but you don't know, and you can't run that risk.
All right. Any final words of wisdom on that one for vendors who are facing that challenge right now?
For vendors?
Yeah. Not vendors so much, but actual employers.
I would say be aware of it, and I would say it's something that you need to bring all the right parties to the table. You need to have not only your technology people, but your legal people, your risk people, your medical people if you have them, your public safety people, and then at least once a year you should run a test with the outside public safety people as well, so that you know and everybody's prepared in the event that the unthinkable happens.
All right, now, as we talk about things that are unthinkable, talk to me about Kari's Law, and how does that impact Enterprise E911?
So Kari Renee Hunt was a mother of 2 children who was murdered in front of her children on December 1st, 2013. Her children, who were young, knew to call 911, but they were in a hotel that had blocked access to 911 directly. That is, the kids had to dial a 9 first and then 911. And while their mother was being assaulted horribly in front of them, they were hitting 911, 911, and the calls weren't going out. She died. And the issue was taken up by her father and driven in a significant way by Mark Fletcher from Avaya. And it has made it to the desk of the FCC chairman, Ajit Pai, who is also very aware of this issue. Kari's Law has been implemented in several states. It has passed the House of Representatives. It's sitting in the Senate Commerce Committee right now waiting for action. But the fact that the chairman has taken a real interest in this, I think only speaks well for it in a Republican-dominated administration.
That's phenomenal. Now, you mentioned the Republican-dominated administration, which is a reference, shall we say, to the new administration in Washington. Are there any other regulatory or legal changes that we might expect with that new admin that could or would affect enterprise communications?
Oh, there are many. There are many. But I think if we narrow the scope to 911, it's actually a very interesting discussion, because generally the Republicans are in favor of a lighter hand or lesser hand or no hand in regulation. But in this instance, Chairman Pai is very, very engaged and involved and on board with the implementation and the passage of Kari's Law on a federal level. And so with a Republican Senate, it wouldn't surprise me if it did move out of committee.
That's fantastic.
And what Kari's Law does specifically is makes hotels and other facilities of accommodation, although at the moment it's geared towards hotels, not block 911, so that you don't have to hit an extra digit to get an outside line. And to me, there are lots of political reasons to fight a whole lot of battles. There's not a whole lot of good reason to not implement this everywhere, because the fact is it's not expensive to implement, and it saves lives. When seconds count, you can't need to worry about not being able to reach a first responder.
And that's the thing, right? Because often when it comes to regulation, there could be competing interests. But as it relates to 911, we all have the same vested self-interest.
Absolutely. A first responder has 4 minutes to get to somebody who's in cardiac distress.
Wow.
And that's not very much time. Text to 911 is really not functional almost everywhere in the U.S., with some exception. Mobile phone to 911 is not reliable. It's getting better, but it's not the... So it's in the enterprise's best interest to make sure that it has systems in place to manage a crisis.
All right, so you're back on that, to recap, you're back on that session on Thursday, right?
Yes, that's correct, Thursday morning.
For our audience who wants to learn more about Martha, your practice focuses on communications technology law. Is there a web address they can go to check out more about you?
There is.
What is it?
www.marthabuyer.com. I'm also a proud member of the Society of Communications Technology Consultants, which is sctcconsultants.org.
Fantastic. Thank you, Martha. If you see Martha at the show, don't be shy. Track her down. She's as friendly one-on-one as she was here with us today. She's a bubble of energy. And if not, check her out on that session on Thursday, and you're going to get lots of information. That's Martha. She's the first of many to come. So stay tuned for more. In the meantime, we are out of here. Take care, folks. We'll talk to you soon.